Hey, best friend. I just wanted to make a really quick video of encouragement for the first year teachers. So we're a couple of weeks into the school year of your very first year teaching. I know it's been a little hectic. Forgive my voice because I'm still kind of sick, so I sound like I swallowed a frog. Anyway, but I know that we're a couple of weeks into the first year and things have felt really crazy. I feel like you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. You've probably cried a ton, and that's okay. It's okay to cry. And you've probably already dealt with some crazy situations, been putting out a lot of fires. So I just wanted to make this video to encourage you and let you know you're doing a good job. You're doing the best that you can. And I made a TikTok series called First Year Advice for First Year Teachers. And I'm not gonna restate all of those things, but I just want to state like some of the main ones that will help you kind of survive this first year of teaching. But the biggest thing that I want to say to you is you're doing a really good job. You're doing a good job and you're doing the best you can, and it's okay to cry. Okay, another piece of advice: do not, listen to me good, best friend. Do not judge your entire teaching career based off of this first year of teaching. Don't even do it, okay? Not only is this your first year teaching, but your first year teaching during a pandemic, that's just a whole lot of crazy within itself. This isn't even a normal school year. So a normal school year would be crazy. So teaching during a pandemic, that's going to be like triple time crazy. So do not judge your entire teaching career based off of this year. You do the best you can, and it's okay this year just to survive. I know people are like, no, you don't want to just survive. You want to thrive. Okay, those people are cute. That's fine. No, it's okay. Listen to me. If you thriving, you do you, boo. But if you're just hanging on by a thread, like I suspect a lot of y'all are, because that's how it was for me when I was a first year teacher, and that's how it is for a lot of first year teachers. If you're just hanging on by a thread, boo-boo, that's okay, boo-boo. You just keep on hanging on by a thread, okay? It's okay to do what you need to do this year to survive. In your later years, you can thrive. But this year, while you're learning everything, you're figuring everything out, it is okay to just survive. Okay, this next one, I always felt really bad as a first year teacher when this happened. But it's normal. It's okay. It is okay if you need to burst into tears. It's okay. Listen, there is so much stress. There are so many things that you're holding in. Girl, fella, guys, girl, everybody. It's okay to cry, best friend. Okay? I used to feel so bad. I'd be like, I'm stupid. I don't know why I'm crying. No, ma'am. If you need to cry, you need to cry, and it's okay. And you know what? I know people are like, don't ever cry in front of the kids. That is unrealistic, okay? Because sometimes it's the kids that make you cry. But I'm not saying like ugly cry in front of your kids, but I'm saying we're not robots, man, okay? Some people are like, it's so unprofessional to cry at work. Okay, I said what I said. We're not robots, man, okay? We deal with a lot of stuff at work, especially as a first year teacher. While you're trying to learn everything, best friend, it's okay to cry. I done sat in my car and cried sometimes. I've sat at my desk. Now, I didn't let my kids see me. I made sure they were doing something, but there were some times where I had to just put my head down like this and I had tears coming down my. We deal with a lot of stuff at work. It is okay, especially as a first year teacher. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for crying. Best friend, sometimes you can't even help it. The tears just come, after you just have been so stressed out and you have just dealt with so much all day long. You get to a point where you're like, if one more thing happens, I'm going to lose it. Okay. And that's okay. That is the nature of teaching sometimes. Okay. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry in your car sometimes. It's okay to cry. Now, if it gets to a point where it's affecting your mental health, it's okay if you need to go see somebody, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of with that, okay? If you need to go see somebody and you need to go talk to them, because sometimes that happens to first year teachers. You're kind of thrown, especially this year, okay? You got to take care of your mental health, but it's okay to cry at school if you need to cry, okay? Now, again, I do not want anybody to think that I'm like ugly crying in front of the kids. I'm not. And even if you ugly cry, sometimes you just can't help it, man. Now, obviously, if you're ugly crying every single day in front of the kids, you might want to, let's figure out a different solution. But sometimes you just have to cry, okay? We're not teachers. We're not robots, man. We're real people too. Okay, this next piece of advice, this gonna require you to have some sass, okay? Do not, listen to me. Do not let these folks be rude to you. Not admin, not these veteran teachers, absolutely not. Because sometimes people will try to talk down to you because you're a first year teacher. Don't even let them do it. You better stand up for yourself. It's okay for you to stand up for yourself. Just because you're a first year teacher doesn't mean you're a child. You ain't a kid, okay? Don't let these folks talk crazy to you. I'm not saying you have to be disrespectful, but in a professional, as professional as possible, read them their rights, okay? Don't let them talk crazy to you. You pay bills at your house. These folks don't pay no bills at your house, okay? They don't put no food in your refrigerator. They don't pay no bills. They don't give no contribution to the well-being of your family. So do not let them talk crazy to you. Okay, because some people are rude and degrading to first year teachers because you're learning and you don't know things. Now, I don't personally work in an environment like that. I work with some really great people, but some of the schools that y'all work at, some of the people y'all work with are super mean. Okay, so it's okay for you to stand up for yourself. You're not a child. Just because you're a first year teacher, I don't even care if you're 21 and just graduated from college. You're not a child. Do not let these folks talk crazy to you. And especially don't let these kids talk crazy to you, baby, because they can't wipe their butt if their mama did not buy the toilet paper. Okay, my next tip. It's okay to hide in your classroom during your planning period. Now, listen to me. I know y'all got teacher besties at school, and I have a teacher bestie at school, but sometimes I have to hide from my teacher bestie, or else I will spend my entire planning period talking, and then I'll be stressed out because I wasn't able to get my lesson planning done, okay? So I always hide in my classroom. I put something over my window, and I do not open my classroom door for any reason. If admin needs me, they have a key or they can send me a text message. But if somebody comes knocking on my door, it's known now at my school, if you knock on Richardson's door, she ain't going to open the door. Okay? Even if I don't care if I'm in there. If you need me, you better send me a text message because I don't have time for people to just impromptu drop in because we got stuff that we got stuff that we need to do during our planning period. Now, I'm not like that every day during planning, but like 80% of the time during my planning period, I'm in my classroom with my door closed because I have to get stuff done. Because sometimes they're going to pull us to cover classes and then I'm not going to be able to lesson plan. So I've got to use my time wisely. Your classroom ain't the corner store. Okay, your classroom ain't TGI Fridays. Your classroom ain't Buffalo Wild Wings. You know what I'm saying? Your class ain't the hangout place. Okay, so it's okay to close your door and not open your door if you're trying to lesson plan and get stuff done. Okay. Okay, this next piece of advice, a veteran teacher did give me this advice and it was really good advice. So your first year teaching, now veteran teachers going to be like, I don't ever stay after school. Okay, fine. But there's a lot of first year teachers that stay for a significant amount of time after school trying to get stuff done. Listen to me, best friend. I mean, you got to do what works best for you. Okay, so this advice I'm about to give you, if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, that's okay. But if it can't get done by 5 o'clock, leave anyway. Okay, because you got to find a balance. You can't work sun up to sundown, best friend. You can't burn the candle at both ends. I know there's a lot that needs to get done, but best friend, if it can't get done by 5 o'clock, leave. Now, I'm not saying you ain't gonna have to take papers home to grade and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but don't stay up at that school past 5 o'clock. Okay. All right, and my last couple of pieces of advice, because I'm not gonna, I have tons of advice that I could give, just from things that I've experienced over the years, but I can't, it would take me, it would be like a 5-hour long video. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. And y'all wouldn't watch it because it'd be too long. So my last piece of advice, your classroom, you need to make your classroom as homey as possible. Yes, for the kids, but also for you. You spend 40 hours a week in your classroom. Okay. Some of y'all spend more time in your classroom than you spend at home. So you want to make your classroom a safe space for you. Now, I'm not talking about physically safe. I'm talking about, which physically safe, yes, but I'm talking about mentally a safe space for you, okay? Because you deal with a lot of stuff in your classroom. You deal with a lot of stuff outside of your classroom. So when it's just you in there during your planning period or you in there after school, you want your classroom to feel like a safe, calm, happy space for you. So it's okay to make it your own and add whatever you want to in there, but you want your classroom to be a safe place where you can kind of let down and you feel relaxed in there. So I don't know if you need some essential oils or you need to put your little futon in there or put some Christmas lights up. I'm a Christmas lights kind of girl. So whatever you need to do to make your classroom as homey as possible, you want to do that. And then my last piece of advice, you do what's best for you and your students, okay? If you're happy and you're excited about something, Don't let people make you feel bad for being happy and excited about that thing, okay? Obviously, if you got any questions or you just want to chat, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. I love connecting with y'all on Instagram. I hope that this has been some good advice for you. But yeah, if you want to chat about being a first year teacher and advice and things like that, you can reach out to me on Instagram. Bye, best friends.